Hi over there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm a huge fan of Naruto Uzumaki. As pathetic as it sounds, I really love Naruto as a character, and I don't think that's gonna change anytime soon. I am at the moment at Shippuden, so I did not start Boruto, but I can't wait to start it. Like, it's just really exciting. Please don't give me spoilers because I have no clue with whom the kid is going to be with, and I'm just buzzing inside because I'm really curious with whom. At the same time, I obviously have my assumptions, but anyways, not stop. Today I draw Naruto on my face. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I'm fucking proud of myself. I think I did a really great job. I never did, kind of like professional drawing and stuff like that. So I pretty much just took a picture, played around, and I ended up with this on my face. So with the eyes, I decided to do Sage mode on because I didn't know what else to do, and seriously, it's simple, but it works with this goddamn thing on my face. I'm gonna, just jump right into the video, and I hope this is going to be by any means useful and relevant, and I'm just gonna stop rambling. Enjoy the clip. It's going to be voiceover because I would never be able to speak while I'm doing this stuff. Just saying. So yeah. So I'm putting some primer on. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty primer, and I put quite an amount to make a barrier between my skin and the foundation. So I'm using the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer and the Ordinary Full Coverage Foundation. I combined the two of them because the colors don't match me, and yeah, this is the drill. Nothing too fancy about it. Now I'm obviously putting some concealer. This is the Catrice, and I prime my eyes as well with it. And now I'm setting everything in with the Lottie London Ready Set Go powder. Like, literally, I love this stuff. And now I'm jumping into something new. Now I'm really obsessed with the whole soap brow trend, and I really do love it. I thought it was a gimmick, but it's not. And it holds them in place, so this is why I'm using the Pears Soap. And then I'm using the Chella Tantalizing product. I don't remember exactly the name of it, but it's a really lovely one. And now I'm taking the Beauty Bay EYN palette, matte bright, and I'm using shade Heat Wave. It's really heat-y, if that makes sense. I think that was a really bad joke. I'm mimicking the shape of the Sage mode kind of eye, and I'm blending everything in. It is not hard at all. It's just I want to make sure they match one another, like both of the eyes. And because I've seen most of the characters have their eyes really well outlined, I'm taking Illicit from the palette and outlining my eyes. And I do also make a little wing at the end because I felt Naruto actually did had that when he was in Sage mode. When he is in Sage mode. Anyways, beauty crop, any bronzer works. I'm bronzing my face. I also bronze my nose to make it as small as possible. And then just literally jumping in with a highlighter. I just took this duochromatic one. Doesn't matter what highlighter, like this is anything. And now I'm recreating this image, and I decided to place it on my cheek. And literally, this is something very tedious. Like, the way I did it is literally just looking at the phone, making sure, and I'm like, oh, I'm still not sure. Like, literally, that was the drill. I had to look at the phones a million times and, mimic the actual image. And it's everything in the lines and the patience, and, having a lot of mirrors around you. I had a huge mirror in front. I had a tiny mirror in my hands. I also had another one that was standing differently in a weird angle to make sure I see everything. And I wasn't perfect. I did a lot of mistakes, and I was like, at some point, oh my god, this was the worst mistake to even think that I can do it. But at the end of the day, I was like, you know what, let's try it. I'm gonna learn something, and here we are, just creating lines. Now I'm doing the hair a bit, and also the band, and I don't know if I should speak to you through this process because literally there's nothing much to explain rather than just watch and understand that patience is key into this process. And I don't do everything in one go, like usually I'm taking my time and doing different lines in different directions and, you know, getting there step by step, not through one line and we are good to go, if that makes sense. Now I'm taking this nude kind of color and I'm placing it on his face as a, you know, as a kind of like primer thing, and to make sure, you know, you can distinguish his face than the skin, my skin, to a certain extent. Everything is also set, like I will set that his face with nothing else, and now I'm doing his jacket. And I do set it after I use the SFX palette from Revolution Pro. I do set it with, for example, Illicit, the part I'm doing now, and I also do set the gray part with Drizzle. I'm really lucky to have this shade in the Beauty Bay palette, and you know, everything is cream and then set up with eyeshadow. And it's also about, like, you know, eyeshadow does help out the cream to really pop. You can see that part of with black, like Illicit really did a great job to make it really pop. And because I was not happy with the headband, I felt it was too small, I just, you know, erased it and did it a bit bigger. And then I'm using this cream yellow product from the SFX palette. I think this was a 2018 edition, but usually they do have similar ones now as well, so anything could work. And then I do set this part, his hair, with Hello Sunshine from the EYN palette. And I'm starting the hardest thing to make his leaf sign, which, trust me, it was not simple. It's not perfect at the same time, but you could tell that's what I'm trying to point out, like to make within there. So what I do is put some gray and then set it with Drizzle, and then take the thinnest brush I can find in the house and do a swirl, you know, do a line at the end, and then do kind of like triangle at the very end on the other side, if that makes sense. You can kind of see that's what I was trying to do, but is it perfect? No, it's not, but I like it. It still makes sense. And I'm doing his face, which was even more tedious than everything else in between. The eyes, oh my god, I used this Revolution Pro eyeliner in white. So the way I did it is drag some lines, my hand was so shaky, and then take a brush, a really tiny brush that is rounded at the end, and literally shape with that the eyes. And I managed to do his eyes, when it comes to the white base, pretty damn well. Like, it's good. And I did also his brows, but because they are blonde you can barely see them. And then now I'm using shade Paradise from the palette. I put it as, you know, his eyes, and then shade it with some eyeliner. It's from a brand called Kallos. I'm not quite sure if you can find it, but any eyeliner will do. That's what I'm trying to point out. And I took the, you know, different brushes to use the eyeliner, because otherwise I would never be able to use the actual eyeliner, its brush in itself. And I do also outline the face, the hair, the everything, because when I took a picture of it how it was before shading the outline of the actual Naruto on my face, it looked a bit, you know, dead. Like, it didn't look good. It was like not punchy, and that really did help out. I'm applying some mascara. This is a brown one. I didn't want to go too crazy with my lashes. And now I'm applying some nude eyeliner to make my eyes really big, like how the majority of characters do have them really poppy. And now I'm using this lip liner, which is a nude, because at the end of the day, what I was supposed to do, like, this was the smartest decision ever if you ask me. I am finishing with some accessories, and literally I put some tissue underneath because that's not mine, it's my boyfriend's, so I didn't want to put any foundation on it. And this is the finished look. I really love it, so, you know, subscribe and stay close to this channel. Bye!